Greetings, and welcome to FlameFlash.net episode 80. Episode 80. 20 weeks away from 100. Not too shabby. I am your resident FlameFlash, and welcome aboard. First time visiting, podcast at FlameFlash.net. There it is, plain and simple. Raptr. raptr.com/flameflash. I am in no way affiliated with Raptr. However, they're an awesome site. If you're a gamer, you should be using them. End of discussion. To that end, we always start the show with the Raptr report. This week, snuck in a little Super Mario 3D Land. We're moving on to Special World 4. Not too bad. Goal is to get eventually more stars on my save file than the sun. We've had this game for about a year in the household, so I'm making good progress. He flew through the game, but I'm making good progress. Civ 5 is showing up in the Raptr report. I don't know if this is because I actually played it or because I'm a day off with my Raptr reporting. So it's a great game regardless. I think I recall playing it just a tiny bit. The internet hiccuped this weekend, so had to fall back to something, and Civ 5 is definitely a good thing to fall back to. Tried to fall back to Sims 3, but thanks to the Steam EA fights, I couldn't, because I couldn't load the family I wanted to play because I don't have those stuff packs anymore, and it was airing out. So, dear Red Flare wife, if you're having trouble deciding on something to grab me for Christmas, all of the current stuff packs, which would push me past what I had, in that 70s, 80s, 90s, a little certificate saying it's on pre-order. Awesome. Just an idea, sweetheart. Wink. Stronghold 2. I blame the sun. That's it. He clearly was on my laptop playing Stronghold 2 and forgetting to quit Raptr. Or quit Raptr, and since it's Steam related and Steam is synchronized with Raptr, he got me. Final Fantasy 13. Hey, look! That's right. The internet was out this weekend, so I couldn't try to level my druid. Great game. I still don't understand the bad rap it's received. Maybe it's that I'm not far enough into it yet. I don't know. But I'm still really enjoying this game. The characters are growing. There's development. Light development, granted. But there's development. The story's continuing to progress, albeit slowly. But then I'm progressing through it slowly. So, of course it's going to progress slowly. Star Wars, The Old Republic. That MMO that just went free to play this week. Not bad. It feels like WoW. It looks like WoW. And it definitely smells like WoW. It also has that hint of BioWare spice that makes those decision tree responses not too shabby. It's something I'll touch every once in a while. I have a Jedi counselor, and the son has a stormtrooper. You only get 2 slots per free-to-play account. And quite a few other things are definitely shell out the money if you want more options, if you want more variety. So once I start hitting that wall, I know I'll stop. which is why I probably won't invest a huge amount of time into this. Magic the Gathering. That Two-Headed Giants tournament that I mentioned last week, we got stomped. It was an absolute shocker because our plan was simple. I go in with blue-white control so they can't use their creatures and hit us. He goes in with green-white, slight populate, a little bit of exalted, but it's just Hulk smash, green-white. Get in there, put the characters down, turn them sideways, and go. First round, swimmingly. Worked great. I got a little mana screwed, so we mostly leaned on him. Fortunately, our opponents also got screwed. Now, we come to the next round, and he and I are both a little iffy on our opening hands. And these guys just smash us. I can't even remember the second round at this point. It was rather sad. Ah, that's right. It was a dirtle. So both these guys coordinated their efforts beforehand, came in there, no creatures at all. So there goes one of the strategies of my deck out the window. And they're counterspelling, they're discarding themselves so that they can then mill out one of us. And they did that beautifully. Because if you mill out the Hulk, all that's left is the wizard in the background going, guys, help. Splat. So there went that round. Third round. It was again a mix. There was a good, strong red-blue Is-It deck, and I'm forgetting what the other one was. The Is-It fellow was really the shining star of that round, and just slammed us, torched. My partner, Green-White Hulk, well, he got a little screwed, both creature and mana-wise. Just didn't have a good opening hand, and we rolled the dice with it. Didn't work out. I was locking them down, holding them down, but they were moving too fast for me to be able to hold them down enough. Final battle. Not fully recalling it at this point, so I'll leave it be. I have a fantastic... Oh, where is it hiding on my desk? Pity pack, however. Yay, Ravnica. I haven't gone through it fully yet to decide where to put everything. Oh, come on. Slide out of there. There we go. Got another guild gate, which is always a plus. One of the guys there, one of the teams, used Door to Nothingness. I was pleasantly surprised. It was one of my ideas for my red, black, green deck, because 3 of the 5 colors, use one of the abilities to give me the other 2, and boom, Door to Nothingness. Explodes in your face. So it was really nice to see somebody else pull that off. Let's see here. My rare is Growing Ranks. At the beginning of your upkeep, populate. It will be wonderful for my mostly pauper populate deck. So there it sits, populating every turn. If you're unfamiliar with Magic the Gathering, if you're unfamiliar with populate means that your creature tokens, when you lay a card down that's not a creature or an instant or a sorcery, it's probably something that creates those creature tokens. And they're like creatures, but they're not represented by a card. They're represented by pretty much whatever you might have lying around. They do sell token cards, but I like my Crack Rock. I have to dig it out sometime. It has the word crack burned into its white surface, so it's amusing. Given to me by a old friend in high school a long time ago. Anyway, and I hate that I just referred to high school as a long time ago. We'll move on. But you're a gamer, you're with me, so go grab the latest Duels of the Planeswalkers for one of the systems. Doesn't matter what. iPad, Steam, Xbox, PS3. Grab it. Pick it up and try it out. Get the demo. Great tutorial on it. You'll learn the game. And you'll get hooked. And then we can talk more Magic. I am definitely not an expert player, so don't trust my judgment, but I have fun with it, and that's what matters. Finally, World of Warcraft shows up on the Raptr report. Not a whole lot to say about this time. Son and I managed to unlock the farms, so I now have 2 farms up and running. Nothing extra unlocked, so it's just 4 plots per character. But I have 2 farms up and running now. This means my cabbage farming is almost to capacity. I think I'm about halfway there. Way of the Brew, for some reason, is what is showing up as my first way to maximize, it looks like. So, I'm going for it. Way of the Brew it is. If I end up with other things from questing on other 85s, you know, more fish, for instance, need more fish, then so be it. But for now, I am planting a lot of cabbage, and I now have 2 characters to plant said cabbage, which is a good thing. Transitioning from WoW to Blizzard. I love segues. If you're a shopper, if you are a Black Friday shopper, I'm not. Sorry. I think we're almost done with all of our shopping for Christmas. We have a few things that we're waiting for Cyber Monday just to make sure there aren't any good deals that slip by. Last year, we made the mistake of doing all of our shopping pretty early. Far long before the Black Friday deals and the Cyber Monday deals online. We've done better this year. Quite a bit better. The kids sometimes watch, or at least listen, so I can't really say anything more than that. But we got some good deals. Always good. But if you are a retail person, you can get somebody else you know or love or hate hooked on WoW for $35. The battle chest is $5, cat is $10, Mists is $20. So there you are. $35, full license game, and off you go. Or $20. Yeah, $20 Obsidian Nightwing. Because I think they have to subscribe for 2 months. Believe that's accurate. 2 months for the Refer a Friend mount. I'll have to fact check on that, I suppose. But so all you need for that is the battle chest and another month of game time. $15, so 20 in all. That's cheaper than buying a mount on the Blizzard store. So if you've bought a mount on the Blizzard store, you do this, you've saved $5. Or actually go and hook somebody. This is a really tempting deal for me because our budget is capable of supporting 4 WoW accounts. We only have 3. we've budgeted for 4. And then we'd be able to move the daughter's Death Knight onto her own account, refer a friend that, and she and I could power level our characters up to 80 at the very least. And I'd get some leveling boost bonuses to a few of my other characters that are, stuck in Burning Crusade. Love that Burning Crusade. No, not really. Weakest expansion at this point. It's a speed bump. I have a priest at level 65. She has stalled because I just can't push past. She just recently dinged 65. I knew I was a bar or 2 away. I didn't want another Darkmoon Fair free skill 5-point skill ups to come and go. So I pushed her to 65. And I think I'm almost all the way to a maximized inscription at this point. We have a lot of herbs stockpiled because Red Flare is an herbalist, an alchemist, and once she levels her alchemy, that's that. She usually stops herbing, stops doing alchemy, and goes on her way. But as it stands, my scribe definitely benefited from this stockpile of herbs. Almost exhausted all of our Wrath era herbs, so I actually need to be careful, surprisingly. But we're moving on. I have more glyphs created, some new ones newly discovered, and I'm quite happy. Because I'm trying to be self-sufficient as far as glyphs goes. It's a short-term cost with not a huge amount of gains, so why not long-term wait, and the glyph system is going to be changed anyway, probably next expansion as well. So waiting seems more reasonable. Also in Blizzard Realms, both Diablo 3 and StarCraft 2 have their digital editions on sale for the holiday rush. It's tempting. It's very tempting. Still need to discuss it with Red Flare. We'll see. Wii U. So we'll transition from the PC to the console. Little more Wii U news. We have not picked one up yet. I'm having a lot of difficulty with the launch lineup. I like Super Mario Bros. U. Nintendo Land comes packaged, so it's kind of cheating to count it within the rule of 3. And Lego Undercover. But I want that one for the kids, not for me. Tank 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 looks good. I like Tank Tank Tank, but Tank Tank Tank's price, Tank Tank Tank's that idea. It doesn't look like it's worth as much as they're asking for it. Just doesn't. Fortunately, since it's a launch title, the price will tank eventually, as long as it's not a Nintendo first-party game. The other game that interests me is the Sonic Karting Transformed, or whatever it's called. I like the Xbox one. I've mentioned that in the past. But it's a kart racer. Do I really want to invest my money now on a kart racer when we'll be getting Mario Kart Wii U, which will be superior in so many ways? May as well wait. Preemptively, I did download the Wii U transfer utility onto our Wii. Kind of getting mentally prepared. There are a few extra hidden costs, kind of like the Vita and its memory cards to the Wii U. If you're keeping your Wii, if you're not mothballing your Wii, one hidden cost is another nunchuck and controller. What? Why? Well, because we're moving our Wii to another place, another room. Connecting it to another television, it will become a Netflix streaming device. And light game playing, but mostly Netflix streaming. We are moving the GameCube connected to that same TV to the living room and hooking it up. Why? Because the Wii U isn't backwards compatible to the GameCube, and we still use GameCube games. Shocker, I know, but we do. So, hidden cost of the Wii U. Controller and nunchuck. So we can be sure they're connected all the time, they're synced up all the time, we don't have to do a lot of syncing back and forth. This television is going to be located in a completely different area, so running up and down the stairs, synchronizing. By the time you're done with that mini game, you may not want to game anymore or have time. So, hidden cost. Another hidden cost. You need an SD card. I already have one. It's in my Wii. It's the one I'm going to use. If you don't have one, if you've never expanded your Wii's memory, but you downloaded enough Virtual Console games, one, to make it worth your while, well, if that Virtual Console game is worth more than $5, it's worth your while to go to Amazon and grab a 512 or bigger SD card, shove it in your Wii, run the Wii transfer utility, and then shove it in your Wii U. And that's probably where it's going to stay. But aside from that kind of storage, IGN's done some research regarding the matter. So you can get an external drive. Well, that's definitely another cost, because the external drive is going to run you, well, however much the external drive of your size preference does. You have to format the whole thing. Nintendo recommends a dedicated AC adapter for the hard drive. And I still don't know if I could digitally download, say, New Super Mario Bros. U and put it on that external hard drive and then play from that external hard drive. Still don't know. No clue. Because if I can, I save $50 now and buy an external hard drive for the white Wii U that's for $300 instead of $350, and then go and grab the games I want. And we can skip Nintendo Land that way. Now, you're basically paying for a pack-in of Nintendo Land when you buy the black Wii U. Don't let the 32 gigs fool you. You'll fill the 32 gigs up really, really fast. Just ask somebody who has a launch PS3 and a launch Xbox. 20 gigs? I can't play Halo 4. Not that I was going to, but I can't play Halo 4 multiplayer. Because I need that much space on the hard drive just to go online. At least that's what I've been led to believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong. All this hubbub about Halo, it always tempts me, it always makes me interested, but then it's over. And I'm definitely tired trying to get the Thanksgiving show out. But it's small. 32 gigs, not big. Especially when you consider, a Vita game can download for 3 gigs. Sheesh. No more friend codes on the Wii U either, though. So, that long, obnoxious friend code, hopefully this means I'm going to have more friends on the Wii U once we get one. Now, the really awesome thing about the Wii U are profile support. Or is profile support. So, Daddy's Me is going to be there on the gamepad. Mommy's Me. Oldest son. Next in line daughter, etc. So, we'll have our own individual friend lists. This is like Xbox Live meets Nintendo. All we're missing now are achievements. Wii U level achievements. But as it goes on, we'll see. But the Wii U friend codes, I'll probably grab it when I can. And each person is going to be individual. I like that. I think we can support 100 friend codes. I think I remember that, reading that correctly. So if you're following anybody on Twitter who is advertising their friend code, it's probably too late already. But give it a try. Now, venturing from console to social, it's usually kind of difficult, but we do get to talk tech. We've talked about the RFID school badges before. I am not a fan. But this particular student is being threatened with expulsion for refusing to use her new government-issued RFID-powered tracking chip. It got enough media attention and whatnot, so that fortunately is off the table. But it's messy. It's that catch-22 where the school wants more money to improve the curriculum at the school. One way to do that is to prove that you have a lot of students coming to school, actually showing up. The RFID badges let you track everybody in the school that much easier. And that, to this young lady's reasoning, is a violation of her First Amendment right. The freedom to assemble. I agree. The catch-22, if you start monitoring where they are, what next? What will you be monitoring next? Yes, it's one of those slippery slope, fear factor arguments, but that doesn't make it any less valid. Watched The Dead Zone, Season 3. Can't remember what episode specifically it is, but they're looking for a school shooter. And as the story progresses, the administration of the school gets more and more paranoid, to the point of installing metal detectors, making sure every student is searched before they come onto the premises, etc. Well, that doesn't breed safety, that breeds more fear, because everybody's now locked in like prisoners. But I agree with this student standing up for herself. I wish more people would stand up and go, heck no, this is both illogical and wrong. Well, this has been an upper 80th episode while we wait for Thanksgiving. Oh, there's Thanksgiving now. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. How about this? If you are 27 or younger, you've never seen a colder than average month. Sobering fact there, eh? But I'm Flame Flash of flameflash.net. Happy Thanksgiving. And I'm about to make the keyboard into a nice little pillow. So I think it's time to sign off. Have a good, hopefully long weekend, folks. We'll see you on the other side.